I'd like to add you something about the manual editing. In manual
Yeah.
editing, after we confirm the file, it's only exposed as a high-res file, a mixed file. Am I right?
Yes.
And in the webcam editing, it's the exposed file will be the high-res file and low-res file both.
No, it will be the same actually.
But
We
I
can.
saw, but I saw the two data after I webcaps. One file is MSF, one file is a low-res.
Okay, because okay, I guess I can already start with all the explanation if you are not waiting for anyone, because it will be a let's say long and detailed discussion in this case.
Okay.
So can I start already?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, perfect. So when we are doing the conforming, we are asking the system to take MXF files and following the segments, so the EDL that we created, to create a final single media. This is done on a MXF file and will create a new asset that will have the link to the new media. This is with manual editing, but the same process for conforming is triggered also after the web cutting, so the editing in the web interface. But there is a little difference in this case, because when we are doing the web cutting, so the editing from website, I'm going to log in to show you also what I'm saying. When we are selecting some media to be edited, we will need to, okay, we are going here to set all the segment that we want, and then we are going to create the asset. That's why you will see high res and low res, because when we create the new asset, in this case, we are going to create a virtual asset. So an asset that is including all the files taken from the other assets. In this case, segment, well, video 93 is belonging to a real asset. The other one, 186, is belonging to another asset. When we want to start the conforming to have the final media, we will need first to create a virtual asset that will join all the media related to those assets. And then we will start the conforming. This means that the asset, the virtual asset created, automatically has links to all the file existing on the source assets. I need to show you a complete test so we can understand correctly. So let's use those two segments. I will try to put them in the timeline correctly. So let's have just a fast editing of the asset. We put the start in here and the end in here. So we have our first segment, then the second one. So now we created again a structure for our final result of conforming file. So we want to have the first segment from the first video and the second segment from the second video. In order to be able to have a resulting media with those segments, we need to first create the assets, the virtual assets. So opening back, we can see that here we have 186 that has already a MXF file and a low-res. This is the original source asset. We are playing on the web cutting the low-res version of this asset, this one, and the other one is 933. Here we have again the MXF and the low-res. We are again working with the low-res in the web cutting. Now that we want to create a resulting media with only these segments, we will create the asset that will that will join all the media to the new virtual asset. So we create the asset 340 and 14. So I will search also for this. And you see now already as we didn't start any conforming or any transcoding
Yes,
process, but
yes.
okay, it is already as all the media that was originally linked on the file.
Yeah. These one both available. MXF low-res.
Yes, exactly. Now from this virtual asset, we will start the conforming because we have the EDL, so the list of segments that we created here in the web cutting section.
Yeah.
That means that now from here we start the workflow. That will create again a new asset, number 315, and this asset will will have only the resulting MXF file. By rules, it is 314_2 as code. And the conforming process will create the resulting media only for MXF.
Yes, all right. Understood.
Then, after this, if we want also the low-res version of this resulting media, we can add also the low-res transcoding after the conforming. But for the moment, as I remember, there is no configuration done. But this means that we are working only on MXF file. This is the XML. It means that the work is in progress. This is a temporary media, temporary file that the system needs to complete the process. So
just now you said that the low-res file conversion has not been done in this computer, right? For the new virtual. Just now you said the low-res file of this new virtual access file is not available right now because of the system configuration. Am I right?
Yes, exactly. There is no low-res in this resulting file. This is a single media that has the expected duration that should be the same as adding this segment with this other segment. And that's all. There is no low-res version for this conformed file, but this can be easily done adding the create low-res transcode in here, we can create low-res. We have the manual create low-res, or we can add automatically after the high-res process to create the low-res. This is really, really well. It's really easy.
Yeah.
Tell me.
After finish the confirmation, the low-res file will be created automatically, or we have to create manually.
No, if it depends. If you want to the low-res to be created automatically, we can do it right now.
Okay.
We can add on the workflow. So I'll show you the example. Just let me add these things. For the moment.
Understand. Yep. Understand. Thank you.
Okay, just to explain this, because those are basic configuration that I made during the first installation. Then, depending on your needs, we can change anything.
Yes.
But
Understood.
for the moment, we have this kind of differentiation of logical storage. The archive is the main storage where we put all the MXF to be managed. To be managed within the system. And from here, we are doing main operation. From here, we are doing the low-res transcoding and the conforming and so on. So the conformed file, since maybe it will need some additional checks or some quality checks, is stored in the conform destination. If we want, we can move directly from this conform into the main archive. There is no problem. So then from here, we have the low-res transcoding automatically triggered. Or if you want, we can keep on the conform and then create some other action that you may need on the system. Quality check, confirmation that conformed media is okay or whatever. It's fully customizable from your side.
Yes. Yeah, understand. How about that you just created the new assets file? How does it link to the Adobe Premiere? It can be seen in the ideal versions. Can see the Adobe Premiere, the new virtual access file. Can you link with that file to the Adobe Premiere?
We can have it available in the Adobe if we move to the Adobe path. Let me go again to the Adobe integration. We have it in here. Okay, you remember if we need to have the file in this list of media. If you want it to be available, we can do this, for example.
Can we cut the conforming file to the Adobe input folder?
Yeah. I will add the conform cloud device as a source folder for the Adobe import. So we can see it. Just give me a few seconds. Here in the media folder, we have the Adobe function. And all those folders that has the Adobe function will be visible in Adobe. In here, we have only, for the moment, only Adobe in and Adobe out. I will add also the conform folder. So here it is. We duplicate the media folder and we assign the Adobe function. So now we go back in here, we log out and log in to refresh configuration. This is, I don't remember. User only. Now we have also conform folder. So we select bot. Control and select. We select bot as source for import. And now, yes, we should see also the conformed media. This one that is 300. We can search directly for this. And here it is. You have the conformed file.
Yes.
You can click on the green square, so it will be imported into the project. And now from here, you can even drag and drop in the Adobe timeline. But that's this, I think, in my opinion, this is not really helpful. Maybe it will be more helpful to have those other files to be available in the Adobe, I guess. These ones, maybe. Because you have the conformed file. I don't know what you are going to do with the conformed file in the Adobe. This is up to you.
Just asking. Yeah, understand. Just asking.
Okay.
I don't want to actually import the conformity file. I just want the link. All of the edit version included. To how does it work in the Adobe?
Do you mean you want to see this into the Adobe? Something like this?
Yes.
No, they are not actually linked between them. If you are using this kind of editing, it is not visible in the Adobe integration. This is because this is creating a virtual asset and
you understand?
completely.
You understand, right? That here the 92 number 92 media file and number 186 media file. In number 93 media, I want to extract some of the duration, but for example, 3 seconds to 5 seconds from 93, and then 186. I want to extract the duration from the 6 seconds to 10 seconds, and then those kind of mark out the ideal version will be can see in the Adobe Premiere.
Okay, this cannot be done in here because in here you can only create a single segment for a single media.
Only extracted file.
Yes. If I understand correctly, you want just to be sure that I understood. You want, for example, to have a segment from 93 that is starting from 50 till 1 minute, and then another one that starts from 1 minute and 20 till this one. Okay, no, this is not possible in this low res web cutting. This is available then on, well, it can be done on this editing part because you can create as many segments that you want.
Yes, understood. Yeah.
Okay. And that, of course, this is more easily to do in the Adobe integration because here you can cut, as we saw yesterday. You can cut the video wherever you want, and remove completely the part that you don't want. And this is, well, as I said, this is my basic knowing of Adobe, but this is what you may need to do. This is what you were asking for in the web cutting.
Yes.
This is not currently possible in the web cutting. Maybe it can be improved in the future, but web cutting is only basic, the most basic editing that we have in the Etere application. So it just, as it say, it extracts, it cuts only a single segment from the main video. It does not the how to say, professional services provided by Adobe. That's why we are providing the integration to Adobe.
Oh, thank you.
In addition, with Adobe, since you have all this kind of integration, so you can create the asset that is including directly the transcoded file, or you can even select to which asset send the transcoded file. It is, let's say, a step less than using the web cutting in Etere, because as we see, every time we need to create a new virtual asset that is including all the segment created here, and then from the virtual asset start the transcoding process. In here, we also have already configured the low-res management of the MXF, because as soon as we send the file
can you
to
show, can you show us a little bit example of the send sequence, send projects, request file? How does it work? I want to show again. I want to see.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yes. Let me remove this long file from here. Okay, just moved in here. Okay. But okay, let's start from scratch directly. So from this code search, we can select any file existing on assets, on Etere assets. We can also remove, no, we have the project, okay. We can select any file that already has been ingested in Etere. So as we see, green status means that if you can click on the asset, on the square, and the file will be imported into the project list of Adobe. Then to manage them into the timeline, you have to drag and drop from the project, but this is related to Adobe, not to Etere. If you don't have the file, for example, in this 321, let's see what we have in here in Etere application. We have a file only in the archive and the low-res, so we can use the request file button that will trigger, that will start a workflow on this asset. I will open them into in here. Okay, now we have, if we update the status, we have the restore file to Adobe in as a source folder for the Adobe. Now the file has been copied into the Adobe folder. So if we update the search in here, we have now a file available to be imported.
So that means if I request a file, it will automatically copy into the Adobe.
Yes, if you have a file existing in
Yes.
in the system, it will copy into the Adobe.
Okay.
Mm,
But if not available, but how does we reply? If not available, the file is not available. What will happen?
Nothing. You will see that the status will never update, and this means that the asset is empty or the asset has not any file available in the archive folder. In this case, the system is searching for the file. Let me see. This is the. It is searching only for the from the archive as we set as main storage. We can add as many source storage as we want, so we can try to search the file from archive, for example, and for conforming and so on. But as I said, we can also change the list of source media, source path in here. This is depending on your needs. For example, if you have files that are incoming from third party, so you need to ingest the file that is coming from an third party and you want them into a specific folder, you just can select that folder as a main incoming folder. If you want to have it available in any folders, we can select any of them. And the system in here will pick up the first one. It won't manage it in any different way. The system will automatically list all the folder that you put in here, and in the first folder where it finds the file, it will import from there. So basically, yes, we can even bypass, let's say, the request file just by enabling all the folder in your system. But this is just increasing mess, maybe, because you are maybe having the file in a folder that is a work in progress or so on. But for sure, yes, selecting specific correct folder in here, you will always have the file available in the system without needing the request file button. Okay.
Yes, okay.
Now that we have the file, we select it and we import in the timeline. So now we want to work with this file. And oh, this is a quite long file. And then we want to cut it. We remove this part, for example, just to create a short. And we want to add the other file that we added. So let me cut also this one. Now that we have our file available to be exported, so we applied all the modification that we needed, we can choose to send to Etere the sequence or the project. Sequence, it means that we'll send the exported file, so it will transcode, create the single media for this file, and will send to a new asset that we are creating in here. We have by default a test asset. It can be changed in any actual asset type that you will need in your system. So for example, let's say news. The code management is automatically managed, so it is suggesting already the latest code available, and we can assign the title. This is a, a flexi metadata, so an additional metadata that we created to add some information that we may need here. Instead of some metadata, let's put media edited on iris 1. So we can send the sequence. We press send sequence, it will create the asset and export the file directly to that asset. Let's open it. We said 326. And we have already the file moved because the export, so the send to Etere, it's already triggering the default workflow after ingesting a media into an asset. The file was actually linked into the Adobe out destination, and then the workflow automatically moved into the archive, into the main storage, to perform all the other steps. So the media info, any additional transcoding. We are always normalizing the media because for the test, for the training, we just used a test transcode. So it is not following the actual broadcast needs. It is an MP4 for the moment, just to have fast training. And it will create as well the low-res file. Doing this, we are, let's say, done with the video editing. So in the newsroom, they when they are managing the story, they already can pick up this file, this asset as video source, and put it in the story. No additional operation are required. That's why also in the Adobe integration, we have the integration with the newsroom section, so with the stories and with rundown. Because, as I said, instead of creating a new asset from scratch when we want to send to Etere, we can even select to send this sequence to a specific already created asset. This was an asset available on a story in the newsroom, so we can send the sequence directly to this asset. In the same way, on the rundown section, we can search for all the rundown. It's not possible in here to understand, to know already if rundown is having stories with missing video or not, but we can open them and check if they need the video or not. In this case, we already have a story with a video, so we can go back again and so on, search for the rundowns that has no video. In this case, we have all the video already available. Let me search again. We see on Monday this one. No.
Paolo, Can
Yes.
you go back? Yeah, can you go back to Media Library? And then just now you created the 326 asset, right?
I created 326 from Adobe. Yes.
Adobe, yeah. You send a sequence.
I send the sequence. Yes. Yes, and
how,
I have.
How we can see that sequence? You sent sequence. How we can see that sequence has been already established. Search. Go to search and find the 326. Can you? Yeah. 326. And then you double click in the 326.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. What will happen? Okay. There's just a there's no video. Can you click on the somewhere low-res or high-res yet? It's already there, right?
Yes, it is loading the preview. Yes.
Oh, okay, okay, understood. Yeah. You just don't go out. Okay, okay, got it.
Okay. Well, but there is no notification actually. If you need some notification, for example, in here when you send the sequence, you have the message that the sequence has been sent. So as soon as you have the file, the message, the sequence has been sent, you will see the asset with a new linked media. Then you have the workflow automatically triggered. In this workflow, we can add some notification if you will need them. We also work with database mail from SQL. So if you want that at some specific steps, for example, you want to a message from here that say the file has been copied into archive, we can add some of this notification, but will be something like similar to spam, in my opinion. But this is always up to you and to customer needs. But if you want, we can have this kind of notification. Otherwise, user just will need to wait. Of course, they won't be working on a single asset at time. I mean, they will start working to many assets, to many different media, and they will keep going. I mean, they complete the transcoding or the editing, send to Etere, and then go directly to the following one, letting the system doing every steps automatically, and then someone else they will do the quality check or something similar. This is completely up to you again. This is basic configuration to have the system working. But of course, each customer can have different needs, and Etere allows you to have almost any kind of needs put in the system. As main information, yes, when the file is on archive, it means that all the process has been completed. If we add also in here some marks during the in the sequence, we can also import them into the new asset. We put here a marker, for example, and set it marks first. Too long. You can put some marks, for example, in here.
Paolo.
Yeah.
Can you demonstrate the project, Sun project.
Yeah, the Sun project is.
So Sun project means sequence 1, sequence 2, sequence 3. All of these sequence media file will be exported to.
No, the Sun project is not related to the timelines, to the sequence. It's just sending to the asset all this file. So you will have a new asset that will have linked all those files. So you have sources asset sent to the asset. It is not sending the timeline. Let me show you what it means.
Đúng rồi, mèo đúng rồi. Evaluate, linh à, evaluate.
I can't show you because it is not working at the moment. I will need to check why it is not working anymore, the Send project. By the way, as I said, it will just create the new asset with the list of all the media. So it is like creating a virtual asset as we see right before. Nothing, sorry. I will need to check deeper later without removing time for the training. By the way, yes, it will send all the file to the asset, and that's all. Do you have any other question about this?
Not yet, but not yet. If I will.
Okay, okay. I see, by the way, that yesterday you just asked on Skype some questions, so we can have also a fast view of them if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. One of them was the reset button, for example. And you should have find it on here. So from here, when the default settings is you are resetting the filters to default settings, as the system said, and this is just a message that as a confirmation message. It forces you to enter to type Etere in this form, just to make sure that you want to reset settings to default. You see, it has changed everything, both from the filter that you applied and then also the way that you want to show them. You can remove the thumbnail in here, for example, to have a shorter list. And you can also add or remove column in the search result. And if you reset everything, they will return back to the default settings. Another important message that you reported is the message to update. It means that the workstation, so the server where you are working, it is not aligned to the main most updated version that you have in another PC. This can be double checked in the Etere installation section in here. And you see that the most recent installation done in the system is with this package. And we applied in this ingest service. And this has been done by me because we were in need to apply a fix for a problem that we faced during the configuration. So we updated only the most involved servers. Left all the other that are with the X, the red X in the list have been left, so they can be updated anytime, but they are not really needing the update. It is just a message that suggests to keep the system aligned to the same version. You can see in here, for example, Ingest 3 and Ingest 4, they have a little older version. And the last one was the missing connection to SQL. This is
Yes,
this can be
this problem happen in low-res 102.
okay. Let's have a
Can
look
you remember?
directly
Yeah,
on one
yeah,
of them.
yeah. I opened it. Yeah, I already opened it. Yeah, that one. No winning. I don't need just like this.
Okay, let's say that if you don't want to use Etere application on those workstation and you want to instead use only web cutting or Adobe integration, you actually don't need to have the Etere application installed. By the way, this seems to be the first time that the application has been opened from this server after the installation, so we can go on Etere configuration and run it as administrator. It will prompt again the same message because it is not finding any connection to the database. So if we click OK, we will have the interface to select the correct connection. From here, we search for the SQL server that is only one. We select the Windows authentication because we already add all the logins into the SQL management logins. So we can connect to the server. And now we have all the list of databases available. In this case, we are going to use the main one, Etere_MRTV. And then the system is connecting to the database. This is something that should never happen to users because after the configuration and after also administrator that manage the PC, user won't never see this kind of message. If after the main and first installation, any pre-configured PC will show this message, that means that the PC is not communicating correctly to the SQL, to the database. That means there is a problem probably in the network. Otherwise, this is a common message that you will always face first time that you will install Etere.
Understood. Thank you.
Okay, this is the message automatically seen. So we want to get rid of this message also in this workstation. Let's open the Etere update. We need to browse to select the most updated version. We have this one, this is the version that we see in the PC list. Just double checking. Oh, we also have the new version available for the installer, so we can click on it and it is automatically upgrading to the correct installer. We have again the same Etere installation package.
In that PC, there's no internet access. So why it will be downloaded?
It is not downloaded. It is retrieved into the Etere installation folder. So it is like updating the shortcut within the Etere installation to the new file available in this folder.
So that means we can have it without using internet access, right?
Yes. If you have already downloaded in this folder from any other PC. Well, at least one PC must be connected to internet to get automatically all the latest version. Otherwise, you download from external PC, put it in a removable disk, and then copy into this folder. And now we can just keep all the configuration, the settings like they are. If you don't want to have the desktop background, you just keep the apply Etere desktop background unticked. And so we can go next, next, next. We have all the existing application already selected. Just remember that configuration will it is needed in any PC where you are going to use any desktop application. Then if you remove the tick from the list, it will uninstall the application from the PC. Instead of upgrading, it will remove it. So if I uncheck this one, I will have this application removed. If I check anyone that is not ticket, it will install it. Now we are just upgrading. So then the installer will do all the operation that he needs to do. Just an important thing to say is that yes, users are available, can update the workstation by themselves, but it is strongly suggested to discuss it with the system administrator before doing anything like this, because sometimes the update will require also a system maintenance. So it means that also the database structure must be updated to the latest version. So it may need a upgrade of the whole system. So it is strongly suggested that users won't do this without discussing with the system administrator and even discussing with the support team if you prefer. So now after updating, we are connected to the database and with the most recent version available in your system. Okay, let's have 10 minutes break and then we can have some practical session if you want.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. Here I am, guys. Okay, you have a question. How do we delete EDL version 2 if you create it manually? It can be deleted, but you still can see the version 2 EDL. It does not completely remove. Okay, let's see this. Are you there? Are you ready? Or do I need to wait some seconds
we're
more?
ready. Yeah, we
Okay.
are ready.
Are you working on a specific asset so I can open it the same with you if you want? Or I can open any example. Okay, let's use, for example, this one. If you agree, this is a easy ingest. I think that you were working on the easy ingest. Okay. So let's open the preview. And we have EDL2. You mean this one, for example? So I create.
No, only
okay.
only one. After
Okay.
that, and then we will create the three version. Yes.
Okay. So let's put it there like this, and then like this, and a third one. Okay. So we have it, we save it. Okay, we have this 3 segments. We want to delete this one. We right click and of course delete segment. You see it will have a yellow line on the starting.
That's my question.
Yes, and then now you need to save. If you save, you will see the EDL updated. Every time that you manage this, you need to save.
Understood. That's why yesterday I saw it's still in the bugs, but it's already deleted.
Yeah. How do we delete the file in NAS? What is the correct way to delete manually or in Media Lab? Okay, this is a good question. The best way, and let me say that it is, in my opinion, the only way that you should use is running the workflow. You can have many different specific workflow to delete each kind of media. At the moment, we have a general deleting workflow that is completely in deleting also the asset. This is just, it has been created just to remove all the test asset before moving to the production. But we can create a deleting action for each media that you have in the system.
So that means that is a correct way to delete the file, right?
The correct, yes, the best and the correct way is running the workflow. You will have in here, depending on our needs, the list of all the deleting workflow. So you may need, you will have delete file from archive, delete file from low-res, delete file from Adobe in, conform, and so on. Or we can also have an action that is called delete all, that simply delete any file linked to the asset from any sources. So you will have an empty asset. So this is managed by the workflow. So knowing the logic of the workflow, you will select the correct file to be deleted. This is because the action will do the deletion both on the logical part, so removing the link on the database, and also removing the physical file from NAS. Otherwise, there are some additional operation that only administrators should know. So I won't show you those operation until there are some operators that are seeing the training, because those can differentiate the removing of the link and the removal of the file. You remember when we were talking about ActiveSync, that ActiveSync is scanning the file, the physical file on the folder, and it will create a link to the file in the folder. Also, ActiveSync can remove links if the file on the same original folder has been removed. But this is only working on ActiveSync folders. If you go manually on the NAS and delete a media, let's have an actual example. We have this one, for example, 334, that is surely connected. Okay, 332 is the same. If I delete from NAS this file, I will just move in here and then we will put it back. Just like a deletion. I removed the file from the rest.
334.
Yes. Sorry. Yes, sorry. So I deleted also 332, and it means that I entered on the NAS and deleted manually from Windows the file. Nothing will ever say to this asset that the file is not existing anymore in this path. I can update anytime I want, and I can try to reopen again the file. So if I go to annotation and I still see the link. So to me, nothing has been deleted, but if I try to open the file, you will see that file not found because the file is not existing. So in order to avoid any kind of orphan link or orphan file in the system, you will always need to run the workflow. I will put back those files and then I will show you how just to manage workflows. So in here, in actions, we have the media manager service. So it means that is an action, a general action that can do many different operations referring to the media manager service. And we can select the delete file or delete all files. If we create a new action with the delete file, let's try to put it delete from low-res. we can select exactly from which device we want to perform the deletion. We want delete from the low res any codec that has is linked to the low res. So we can simply add this action to our workflow. We can create a test workflow just to have things shorter, or we can create a new workflow, delete from low res, put it in the delete folder. To add action on the workflow, we just need to drag and drop them from the list into the designer, and then we have to link exiting point to input. So from the start, it goes to the action, and the done exit. So if the action has been processed correctly, will be exit to the end, and also the aborted and the error action, as we are not doing anything else. We can add a message, for example, in here, an email that is saying something has been done wrongly. But now we have the workflow here available in the list. Delete from low res. And if we start it, as soon as it will be processed, you will see that both link and file will be deleted. And we can create many different workflows, as I said, depending on our needs or our which file must be deleted or so on. If we use the delete all, it will delete any kind of media linked to the asset. Okay, the workflow has been completing, the file has been deleted, and now we don't have it anymore in the low-res folder. And I can update and order by name again. There's no anymore 322. Okay, this is the best way and the correct way to perform the deletion. The most important thing is to never delete manually from storages, from Windows. This is because
Yes,
if we lose links can be retrieved. Otherwise, if we lose file, then you understand that it is a bigger problem.
Yes, understand. Yeah. Paulo, can we select the multiple file?
Can we select them?
Multiple file to delete.
Yes. You want an example with
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. This one has been already created, so file delete all. I can create a new file delete all. So this is an action already configured just to know how it can be created from scratch. Again, from Media Manager service. If you select delete all files, you will see that you don't have anymore any option to select which file to delete, neither the current meta file or device or codec. Delete all, of course, will delete all the file linked. So we can have a test on some older file. This one, for example. Okay, also in here we have only 2 files. Let's see if we have something with also Adobe, like this. In here we have quite different files. We have archive, Lores, and 2 different formats for the Adobe. So in here we want to delete them. We select delete all files. That is the workflow that we just created. Depending on the situation of the Media Manager service that is checking the job to do with a loop time. So we have to wait as most, we need to wait 30 seconds because every 30 seconds it is checking. It has been deleted and no more file to be deleted. Let's go to the media data, update, and the asset is empty. This is deleting only files. You see that we still have the segment. Even though now the list is empty, we still have the segmentation. Because the operation is only related to file. It is not removing the EDL. We can remove EDL also with the specific action. So if we want to completely remove any EDL from an asset that was having some files, we can select the delete EDL action and specify all versions. Otherwise, we can select which is the single version that we want to delete. Just to avoid misunderstanding, because I understood that you are referring to segment as version. What we call in Etere as EDL version is the list of up to 9 different lists that you can have in the asset, and those each one are segment. We don't call them as version, but just a segment. So part of the video that can be used. So also in this case, we want to delete the ADL. Let's have a test just for, we want to delete only ADL version 1. We
Paolo,
can see.
yeah. I think we can delete the EDL by right click on the EDL button and delete the EDL. We can delete that way also, right?
You can do this, yes, right click in
right
here,
click,
and
yeah.
But we can add directly the delete version action on the main workflow that delete all the file. So operator doesn't need to manually remove them. I mean, if you know that you are going to remove all the media, you maybe are in need also to delete all the ADLs.
Okay.
But also this is up to you. If you want just to remove only media and then let's the operator to check if also the ETL must be deleted or not, we can keep them separated.
But we already deleted that RG11, right? Why we still can see the ETL?
You are working on another workstation. Just let me update. You deleted them?
No. Just now you deleted, right?
No, I didn't. I just show you how to do, but I didn't delete it.
Okay, understood. Yeah.
I can do this. Yes, I can delete all version in here. Delete all version. Okay, this is just a confirmation message. Yes. Now we have to save as usual, and now we have all the version deleted. And this is, yes, exactly what the what the workflow action will do. So you can choose, instead of doing manually on each asset, you can do it by workflow. Delete version number 1, 2, or all version. This is useful just because maybe you have a list of assets that you want to clean. So from here, you can do the multiple selection. And from the same result, right click and you want to delete. So from here, you can delete all files on all the assets. So the system will start the workflow on all the assets.
That's so more again, than easier than just right now. That's more than easier.
Yes. So that's why that if we add the delete version also on the workflow, user won't need to open one by one all those assets to delete the versions.
Yeah.
Just let me mention that usually assets, in my opinion, it is better to create new asset instead of deleting and modify old asset, depending on what you need to have. But assets in the database are really yes, but no, when there is not really need to delete assets. So if you delete assets or if you use again asset for other operation, you will just lose all those important information maybe on the story of the asset and so on. The deletion must be done for sure if you are in need to ingest a media and the media is wrong. That's for sure. It means that you don't need to delete to use the asset for something else. Instead, what I suggest not to do is using the same asset for many different content. That this is what I was trying to say. Yes, delete the media only if the media is wrong.
Okay. How about for a long time? For a long time, there's no more space in the NAS. We don't need to delete.
Yeah. No, yes, sure. Yes. We have also an automatic way that can check the cleanup. You remember
yes.
We see how long? Yep.
I mean, how long it would take? It would take for. I mean, after 1 month, after 2 months, when will it be deleted? I don't know how do you configure your workflow?
Okay. Where we had the cleanup configured. I guess we have it, for example, it is not in the NAS, I assume, the cleanup. We have it on the ingest, I don't remember. No, okay, yes. We put already in a cleanup initial check. It checks if the available space it is more than 80%. If it is becoming less than, well, if you have if the system understands that you are filling up all the storage on the NAS, it will run on 20 assets in this case a deletion workflow.
Okay.
And it is depending on the query that we want to do. I mean, in here, you can select how the cleanup will select the asset to be deleted. So since we need to remove a file from the NAS, we can sort by ID in ascending way. So we are going to list asset from the oldest one, and we can add, for example, the filter of the device, the cloud device that we want to clean. Archive will be, of course, it is meant to have MXF, so it will be the part of the storage that will be most used. So we can filter in here all the asset that has at least one file linked into archive from the oldest one. So we can save this search.
All the deleted files are not restorable, right?
Sorry?
All the deleted files are not restorable, right?
All the deleted files are not restorable. Yes, exactly. At least you have the same exact name of the file on a third party, on an external disk, and you put it in the active sync folder. Then you can link them to the original asset. But once deleted, we can have it back again. So maybe if you want the original file always existing on the archive, so the MXF, and you see that the NAS is getting full, you maybe need to delete files from the other storages on NAS. So we have also low res and so on. So before deleting MXF, you may need to delete all the low res version, because low res you can create back every time you need, just triggering the workflow, and then you will have the low res back. Let's say also that on the NAS we have everything. We have the active sync folder, the Adobe, the archive, but if you are not in need to have a different folder for Adobe import, we can put it everything on the archive. There is also an ingest folder where from here the file will be moved again into the archive folder if you confirm all the recording. So these, the ingest, the upload, WIP are temporary folder. So you won't have them filled. The only folder that will be that won't be deleted anytime will be archive and Adobe and the conform, because after the conform we need to know what to do with the file conformed. Most probably it will be moved also from the conform to the archive folder, so also the conform folder will be a temporary folder. This is just to have in Etere system different management, logical management of media during the processes. The main ones will be always archive and low res folders.
Paolo, can you go back to the media library, please?
Sure.
In this interface, you can see the code number 2. There is in the media feed, there is a 4 icon. Why does it have a 4 icon? Some of the mostly have the 2 icon, high res and low res. In the 2 or 3, how do we understand the media info tab? There's a 4 icon. What does it mean?
Okay, those
Medium.
are for sure
Medium.
are test assets that ID and code are really low. So one of the first asset I created to check the system was working fine.
Mm.
Each icons should be referred to a specific storage. In this case, we are seeing icon related to archive and low-res storages. You can also switch information to codec information, but I prefer to have the storage icons. And when you open it, you will have description of each each device. Yes, this is Ingest 1 because when I tested the first, it was not created yet the automatic workflow that was moving all the file into the main archive. So that's why it performed only a copy instead of a move. That's why you have an additional one more path in here.
That means that 4 sources are available for that file, right?
You have 3 different version for the MXF. Not, sorry, I said wrong. They are not different version. They are the same file in 3 different location, Ingest, Archive, and Adobe In. And then you have a MP4 available in the low-res. So yes, in this case, if you delete the file from the archive, you can retrieve the same file from the Adobe. Yes, no, from the Adobe. Because this is the only MXF that you have. You have 3 MXF and MP4.
Mm.
The MP4, if you delete it, you can recreate anytime because you just need to start the create low-res workflow. Instead, if you delete all the other MXF, you will delete the original file that you ingested.
Paulo, are you done for today?
Yeah, sorry.
Have you done for training today?
Well, if you don't have any additional question, yes, you know we covered everything. So it needs you to have some training, some test, some practical test, and then we can go further any question that you may face.
Okay, we want to test ourselves, okay?
Sorry?
We want to test by ourselves, okay? Is it?
Okay, whatever you want. If you want, I can check with you and
Okay.
we can go together, or you can do by yourself and then ask me when you want.
Okay. Together, look.
You can also use the drag and drop to move the filter that you selected if you want. Exactly, yes. save the asset first before running the workflow. Now you see the ADL with different color because it has been done with let's say wrong reference with the general start of media and end of media. I will open it back again for you. You see that when we open with this asset, when we load the preview, it starts automatically at 5.3. Just because it has been set previously a general start of media as 5.3. Then it has been added a first visible segment that is actually set before the 3. Just for this reason, when you were adding the segment, you saw that here the time code was red. So it is warning you that you are currently playing the file out of logical marks, so out of general marks that has been set as usable marks. So to fix it, we have two different ways. Change general marks, so we want the file to be started from 0, or reset segments based on the start of media that has been set. Let's do, for example, this. Let's reset segments with the logical start. So we can change it and put it like this and move. Okay, this is the segment that we changed, and now we have to apply to update all the others also. So this one, instead of 4, we can move to 7 and something. Till there. Okay, and then we have the last one. Okay, you see now we have again in red because I go over the logical end of the media. So let's go a little earlier. In here, okay. No. Okay. And we got it. Now you don't see any red EDL. So we don't have EDL out of marks. Okay? So you can from the source asset, you can select the manual conform. You need to run the manual conform. Then the workflow will attach the conforming process on the new asset that is going to be created.
Hello, is that correct?
Yes, yes, seems fine. in this case, you already have the workflow that has been run some days ago for a test. So you don't need to select any other. There's no need to put the conforming process here. This is always a workflow that will be triggered automatically by the system. User will always use manual conform. Since it has been already triggered previously on yesterday, actually, you can use the reset button. So now you are ready to restart again the workflow. So you can go ahead with the green button for the manual conform. Okay, in this case, the workflow says workflow completed, but there's no media. There has been an error, and I can tell you already why. We have been working with a file that has the media not in the archive, but in the ingest folder, on the multi-ingest one. This means that when it has been ingested, the file, it has not been confirmed. So the file has not been moved at all to the archive, as I don't see the after ingest workflow in here. So to me, it seems that it has been ingested and not saved. That's why we have the file in the ingest. The conforming is not configured to work on any other source device but archive. So if you have the file in the multi-ingest one, you cannot do the conforming. In this case, we can manually run the after ingest workflow, hoping that the file has not been deleted from the ingest folder. So it should, yes, it has been found, so it will be moved into the archive. And as soon as this action has been performed, we can run our conforming again. So you can already go ahead with resetting the manual conform. With resetting the manual conform, I will remove the conforming process from here because it's not needed. We can reset it, restart. It will create a new 348 file asset. So now you will have another version of this asset.
So that
Yes.
means we have to wait. We have to wait if we confirm the inches for the file. You saying that, right? So we have to wait for the if we did it confirming the file from the inches directly.
Yes, yeah, well, yes, the operators on ingest side, they are recording the file and they are putting the marks, so live editing. But to have the file correctly moved into the archive, you have to confirm the recording. When the recording has been completed, you can confirm it.
Okay, understood. So for them, I guess they're not really using it.
So cho nó sẽ em là hỏi em.
Okay, what time? What time?
Sao rồi nè hẳn. Không được. Sao vậy sao rồi nè.
Dali. Now that it.
Nó ra này.
Abang na pin apa sorry. What that in đây.
What cái tình. Aja. Kayaknya nó mà đã buộc em mình thấy ngon này.
Lúa xoài. Nó. Một second thì phải hiểu.
Sí.
No, they get him. Okay. No, okay.
One step on.
Một step on meeting.
Holy everything.
Oh, di kana di. Dia summary ဆိုတာဒီအားလေးပေါ်လိုက်တာ
Oh.
ဒီကျန်တယ်နော်အဲ့ဒီပေါ်ပြီးတော့ this session ဟုတ်ကဲ့ဒီမှာဟိုဘာလို့မကြီးဒီမှာဆေးရမယ်ဒီမှာဆေးအော်ဒီဆေးကြာရော why color
Yeah.
why that's wrong is too short no
Yes, it say that the duration is wrong.
yeah that or and very wrong check it
Let's try to reload the timeline.
yeah huh tôi ra rồi
Okay, was needed to reload the timeline. Actually, don't know why it forced you to reload the timeline while this was just the first time that we used the asset. It needed to press the reload timeline.
okay that could be why no
Rồi tất cả rồi.
second two no first one minus no should
Đã go to the rồi.
yeah nó đi dòng yên vọng What's the name? Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh. No.
Không.
We couldn't play back first one. Why?
You selected, okay, press here,
Oh, sorry.
on here.
How do you do that? Just
From
double
here.
click?
This when you select a different file, so you double click on it and you were doing correctly, then you press the play in here because it is the play selected file, this one. So it start playing. Then once loaded, you can start and stop the play from here, but it is just the player once you started the segment play.
Okay, I sudo this second step. Okay. No, one second. Moabi. No, see me. No. What's that though? Okay. Connect. Right.
ဘယ်အောင်
Connection.
ဟုတ်တယ်ဖုန်းတစ်စင် Yeah.
0.
Okay, so you saved the first segment for the
Yes.
first one file, yes, from 0 to 7 seconds, yes.
second
Second one, I selected. I selected. I will. It will be.
No, again, the play on the segment, on the segment information,
Oh, okay.
not on the
And I
player.
said, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, not player, ah. Not player, ah. Okay, understood. So stop it. That's from 790 step. 790, correct? And then go back. Player, that player. Go. Okay, stop. 1503. 1503. Okay. Time. I can tell you. Yeah, correct. Yeah, right. And then goes to free extent. Yes.
Yes.
349. You
Oh,
get the
go,
Sharia.
go, go.
Yeah, go on. 349. You get Sharia.
အဲ့တော့အခုကျွန်တော်ဥမာကျွန်တော်နောက်တစ်ရုပ်ကိုထပ်ထည့်
Yeah.
ထပ်ပြီးတော့ဖြတ်လဲအချိန်ကြရင်
And
ဒီ
yes,
ဒီသုံးကပြီးတော့မှ
one more.
ဒီမှာအဲ့
Yeah,
ဒါတစ်ခုပဲတောင်း
One more, it would be good.
ဩ
349. You can search here. And then take the 349. 349. Sorry. 349. Oh, yes.
နှစ်ခုစီထည့် again sec
Yes. Here you go. That will be 25. Let me see. Okay. 2.
ဟောဒီကောင်ကြောင့်
Yeah,
ဒီကောင်ဘယ်လို
Man, you didn't like the access. Man, let me have. First one to put.
မဟုတ်လေကိုဒီကောင်က၄ခုပေါ်နေတာကြတော့
Why does it happen two each? We did it 2 times, right?
Yes, no, we have one time for the first and one for the 93. Here he is.
Oh, okay.
So as we say, we were seeing before, you have a link, but not a physical copy, but just a link to the whole file related to original asset. So to first one and 93 asset.
This one. Archive first one. This one. 93. This one first one. 93အတွက်ကျိုးလုပ်တဲ့ဟာဆိုတော့ဟိုကပထမရှိပြီလား။ဒါတို့ခုနလုပ်တဲ့ကောင်။ဟာတို့လို့ဆိုရင်ဒါနဲ့ဒီနှစ်ခုကတို့ခုလုပ်တဲ့ကောင်။ This two is just now we created, right?
Yes.
This
yes,
one
yes.
and this one is the first one.
Yes, exactly. This is just because we are on a virtual asset and automatically it gets links from all the other assets.
Okay.
This is not yet the resulting media. You have to run the conforming on this asset to have another asset with the single resulting media.
Okay.
You will have a new MXF with only those two segments selected.
Yeah. Sorry.
Original file.
Oh.
ဒါကြောင့်လို့
ဒီလိုလုပ်တဲ့
အော်
budget asset.
Không có đồng ý được nhỉ?
Please.
Yes. Vâng. Vâng.
Why it does not play?
It's not playing.
Yeah.
That's because probably it is a virtual asset, so you can use. Where is?
Yếu bộ có phải lên.
Not this one.
If I export to Korea, I did not.
Cái duration mà bỏ lại. Office cái duration. Di ba cho đâu mà bỏ. Di con cho đâu thì cái run này mà. Play lại các bạn. Cái nó này phải xe nó miễn phí. Nếu cái gì á, tại chỉ.
Okay, guys. Actually, I don't remember where is the option, but there should be an option like this one that I can show you on the web.
No, oh, no.
This one.
Man the memory.
Oh, man, yeah.
On here that say play all segments, so you have the preview of all the segments that you created.
Oh, hold on.
So it is playing now next 8 seconds. But I don't remember, I'm not finding it anymore on the desktop application. I will double check and I will provide you the information. But there should be an option like this one to play all segment in the preview. Because this is a virtual asset, so it's not possible to play single files.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, one question.
Yes, sure.
These we already already used the WebCap setting and save the project. The file already exported, right? These file, do we need to do it confirming again? No need,
Yes,
right?
exactly. This is like a project, let's say. Yes, this is the list of files used for the final result. So from here, from this virtual asset, you will need to start again a conforming workflow.
So even though we use a WebCap, every single time we use a WebCap function, we need to confirm that file.
Yes.
Right?
Okay. Yes. So that's why you are already using source asset to select source media. Then you create a virtual asset that is a project, and then you conform from this virtual asset into a new asset. Yes. This is quite tricky, but this is the whole process. Yes.
Okay. Okay. လုပ်လိုက်တယ်ကွာခုနထွက်တဲ့ file ကဒီမှာ confirm ပြန်လုပ်ရတယ်ဥပမာဖက်ဝင်ဖက်လိုက်ပြီဒီမှာ project နေနဲ့လာပြီ Is there any way web conforming setting available? We don't want to go back to the desktop app. It's available on the web.
You don't want to? Yes, sure. You are here in the web, so you created everything. We have the 349 asset. So you go back on Media Library web, search for this asset as I did. So here in the web you have all the same tabs. Yes, and also workflow. On workflow you can select the conform.
Okay.
It is just loading, and then when you have all the workflow loaded, okay, the manual workflow, or you can select from the drop-down list all the workflow available. Now you have already the manual conform attached, you can just start, and then the conforming is started by web, but it will be executed exactly the same as you were in the desktop application.
Okay. Tomorrow we wanna test partial retreat.
Okay.
For today, thank you, Carlo. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you for your time. So see you tomorrow at same time.
Yes, sir. See you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
ဘာရှေ့ငွေကျွေးတဲ့ဟိုတနေ့ကကျွန်တော်တို့ဆိုဟာအထက်ကပြင်ကြည့်ရနော်ဖြတ်ခဲ့ရတယ်
နေပြန်ရင် partial retreat